לתודה, מצווה גדולה, להיות תפילה הכל לתודה, מצווה גדולה, להיות תפילת נעמי, אתה מאמין שיכולים לגלגל, תשמע את השיט, תפסיק להיפגש, אתה מאמין שיכולים לגלגל, תגיד תודה והכל יתעדכן. איזה טוב שם, איזה טוב שם, איזה טוב, איזה טוב, איזה טוב, כמה טוב שם, כמה טוב שם, כמה טוב, כמה טוב, כמה טוב השם. תודה רבה לך, השם יתברך, על האמונה שאתה נותן לנו. תודה רבה לך, השם יתברך, על האמונה שאתה נותן לנו. איזה טוב השם, איזה טוב השם, כמה טוב, כמה טוב, כמה טוב השם, איזה טוב השם, איזה טוב השם, כמה טוב, כמה טוב, כמה טוב השם. תודה רבה לך, השם יתברך, על כל תודה שאני זוכה לומר לך. תודה רבה לך, השם יתברך, על כל תודה שאני זוכה לומר לך. להודות לשם, להודות לשם, זמר בשמחה עליון. להודות לשם, להודות לשם, זמר בשמחה עליון. איי 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 להגיד, בבוקר הזה, נעשה בלילות. להגיד בבוקר הזה, נעשה בלילות. התורה הכי גדולה שאפשר להגיד לך תודה רבה. זו התורה הכי גדולה. אדם זורק תודה רבה, זו התורה הכי גדולה שהוא מקבל. שהוא זכה, שהוא בתודה. כן, זה היה, העיקר התפילה. כן, זה היה, העיקר התפילה. אבל תחדש אותי לגמרי, תפסיק לי את הנשמה.
And we are back. Wow. This in Yerushalayim today is you know what? In Yerushalayim it's Purim now, and was unbelievable Purim for us here, and we are Arba Minim, 4 of a kind. Jerut Radio, JerutRadio.com, Jerut Radio on the app, Jerut on the phone, 718-506-9099, 718-506-9099, 720-787-1046, 720-787-1046, and 712-432-417, 712-432-4217. Israel number is 079-574-2029. 079-574-2029, and United Kingdom is 033-336-60106. 033-336-60106. And Jerut Arba Minim, 4 of a kind, and we are here back in, you know what, outside is starting getting warm a little bit, and Baruch Hashem, we have quite a few rough weeks today, this year, with a cold and it's snowing, but everything is Akol Tova, and we are starting seeing the light in the end of the tunnel of this winter, and Baruch Hashem getting warm a little bit, raining, drizzling, or whatever, just that the rain is good, it's cleaning all the snow that are accumulate outside. And Bezrat Hashem, we'll see good days. It's not that everything is good, but we see better days. Right now it was gorgeous. Be'emet really was nice Purim. Even we didn't have much time to give all the mishloche manot. It's Friday, rushing and gushing, trying to accomplish all our the errands, and in between prepare the Shabbat, and in between that eating the Suda and see the children and go give them Shumush Manot. I want to say first of all thanks to all the people that helping us on this issue. All the kids that was in our community is Nathaniel Kadosh, Emmanuel Nugarian, Michael Nugarian, Salamander's boys, Salamander's girls, Mayor boys and girls. Really amazing, beautiful. I see that I'm so proud about our community, and if you see that one of a kind community, and I'm telling you, our synagogue is very very unique. And why I'm saying so, because I don't see any. I would say rarely a synagogue community that don't hire cleaning crew, don't hire people from outside and to clean the bathroom, the kitchen, cooking, all this stuff. We're doing it basically ourselves, and I'm really really proud to say that the kids are really fully participate. You have to see them coming, cleaning the synagogue, cleaning this, cooking, for Shabbat, cooking the children and all this stuff. No, nobody, and I want to say that thanks to also the certain, the Shuk of Milbasen, that participate with this program all the time in the and the Five Towns store, Moshe Zagi, and Shimon Gabay and Leo Harari. They're always, this helping us to basically to maintain the idea of the community, that we don't use nobody outside there, and only from the community people participate and give. And I would say that also the Schreiber bakery, and also one bakery that don't want to say the name. I really appreciate, that, and they really amazing at giving us the extra, and giving more than extra to our community. And this is really Amichai. Show you that it's something that unique to Am Israel, unique to the Jewish people, that caring about each other and caring. But again, yes, what I'm saying about our community, our synagogue, is Nostrand Avenue, and as far as the congregation of Nostrand, or it's called Bet Michael, the Rabbi Abba Moshe Mayor. Amazingly, in the last 22 years, we are basically existing there, small, tiny community, but with a huge art and warmth, and people just love to come over there and participate. We did the Mishloche Manot ourselves. We're doing and not simple one, believe me, beautiful, gorgeous, and everybody enjoy. And you see, they have to see the kids how they're sweeping the floor, washing the floor, cleaning dishes, cooking, go buying material, everything. Just I don't have a word to express my feeling to them. And really, I'm proud, and people that coming from outside and see that we don't have any not other people that coming from outside to clean our synagogue. What is this? To give a mitzvah to somebody that getting them paid for this? It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. I wish that all the other places will learn from this. And it's first of all, it's a good education for the kids. Give them and other one is give them some kind of belonging, something that they are basically belong to the place. The places is their place, and their belong. And I know that Saba Mikelm, Zecher Tzaddik Kadosh Bracha, was selling in Rosh Hashanah all these kind of jobs to clean the bathroom, clean the synagogue, fix the sidurim, prepare the chairs. Each one they used to pay. The people used to pay for this and take this mitzvah for their benefit. And I don't know what happened here, but we come very very somehow lazy and I would say spoiled mefunakim. That okay, this is the guy will do it, the shiksa will do it. It's not it's not really not nice. Nobody forced it. It was and I'm telling you again, this is a matter of, I know that I'm maybe out of the topics, but I'm really proud, and this is something that happened. People was in our shul from outside this poem, and they come and was very, very amazed to see that the children, all the kids, really participate with the cleaning, participate with all the process of being in the shul, and this is in the last 22 years really is existing. And I want today we're doing some kind think that for I didn't see it in other synagogue, and I know that right now many synagogues that people that was by us saw it and imitated, and it's like when the reading the Torah, the young boys under the 13 years old coming with a pointer and follow the Baal Koreh, follow the learning and with the pointer, and this is give the kids first of all the power of the Torah Kedusha, the power of the wording of the Torah Kedusha to you know to their brain, to this to see the letters, the black letters on the parchment, that is like amazing. It gives you so much power, and the kids, even kids that you think that you would never believe that they will stay in the synagogue 2 minutes, they stay all the time and quiet, no talking, no talking. This is one of the things that we are very particular about it. We are just don't let people talk in our shul. Anyway, I would say Shoshan Purim Sameach, and the people that celebrate in Israel right now in Yerushalayim celebrate, enjoy. My kids over there, just I spoke with them, and they're really full of enthusiastic over there. And I'm really happy to everybody. And this is Chag Purim is amazing, one of a kind of. Chachamim sages tell that after Mashiach come, this is the only Chag that will stay, uh, and it symbolized that our life, the Jewish life, from the time of sage, the time of that nobody can help us. The only God can help us, and the miracles around it. And I won't tell you that I know that we spoke about it so many times, about the idea that for me, Megillat Esther, the book of Esther, was the turning point of become observing a Jews. And the story, as people don't know, the story is a very, very famous story, and I will repeat it. And Megillat and the book of Esther, they have, the story that basically was a king, Achashverosh, and I make it very short. I make it that he had a wife. The wife don't want to participate in his crazy, wild party, and she refused to come to show her naked, and he killed her. What kind of regime was it? You have to understand. And then he come and collect basically all the virgins, ladies, girls, and bring them to the palace and treat them like special. And they then if he the beauty girls, the beautiful girls, and if he took them and I would say call it try them every night, different girls, and if he likes someone, he girl again, and unfortunately it took. That's the way of the Kadosh Baruch Hu running the show. And by the way, in this book of Esther, you don't see one time the name of the God of the Almighty, Shem Hashem. You don't see it over there. It's the hidden name. It's behind the word. When every time that they say Amelech, not Amelech Achashverosh, the king Achashverosh, and Amelech, the king is referred to the Almighty God. So anyway, this the story that Esther, it chose Esther, the queen Esther, and make her queen, and was one of the minister of the Jew haters that want to destroy the Jewish people, and only for, why? The reason why he wanted to destroy the Jewish, because one person they didn't bow to him. And this is excuses all the time. We find this Jew haters that find excuse to damage the Jewish people, and you don't have any reason, don't even need reason to do this, but it's the hate that coming from the inside, the jealousy, the pure jealousy and hate that is rooted in the DNA of certain people, and you can see it up today. And the Chachamim say that this hate coming from the Mount Sinai, that is symbolized, the is I would say the name is hinted of the hate and sinah, and it's not my because people the gender, the people, the non-Jewish coming, and they saw what happened to us during all these miracles from Egypt, crossing the sea, see all this 10 makot, and couldn't believe that we are, and stay, and we received the instruction, the manual instruction, the Torah Kedosha from the Almighty in the Mount Sinai. Anyway, so this I tell you quickly what happened, and then this guy Aman, his name, wanted to destroy. Basically, it was very, very articulate, very, I would say, in Hebrew said yeki, it was like very articulate, very, very meduyak, and he wanted to destroy them in one day, basically, and he planned it like a year before, almost a year before. That's what he wanted, and sent in the letters, all the 127 countries with the different languages, all this under control of the kings Achashverosh. And this guy, and everybody, when somebody heard about it, basically all the Mordechai, the guys that didn't want to bow to this Aman, and here the miracles that come, miracle after miracle, and I would say that why I'm jumping all over, because really you can find it in the many places, and you can look at the internet about it. But for me, was a really turning point about this, about Yadut, about Jewish guide, and what really happened over there, and it's amazing. After that, turned the table on this Aman Arashad, is this guy that wanted, the minister that wanted to destroy the Jewish nation. The king Achashverosh basically hanged him in the same tree that he planned to hang Mordechai Yehudi, and he hanged his 10 children. And in the book of Esther, you can see that it's the tradition is written, basically 10 Bnei Aman, and the tradition also to say them in one breath, one time. And this is like, and you see that Ve'et, Vashata, Ve'et, Va'izata, Ve'et, all these names that coming, and you see that in these names, it is basically one page on this Megillah, this book, and in this book, and these names, you have basically 4 different sized letters, and 3 small and 1 big, 1 larger than the other ones. There are 3 smallest and 1 largest, and everybody doesn't know why this. How come this tradition come to this? And the next page, the king asked Esther, the king, what do you want? I did what we asked you before, but what do you want more? And she said, she repeat, and she said, I want to hang Bnei Aman. I want to rank these children of Aman. And everybody puzzled. Why? You did it yesterday. Everybody hanging on a tree already. What is your point here? Our sages tell us, and Masechet Megillah, that this will be into the future. And really nobody knows. What do you mean the future? Nobody knows about it. I'm talking about 2,500 years ago. The point is coming that And we're jumping 2,500 years later, in 1946, when the Allied and the American and the European army basically uh, took over Germany again, and find that war criminals basically, they code 11 war criminals. And by the way, the children of Aman was 10 children. 10 children was over there that hanged up. And the 11 war criminals, these war criminals, uh, was in charge of all these wars and all this, genocides, and they killed uh, millions of people. These people was facing a court martial, and they found guilty. And normally court martial is by shooting, but this time they decided to hang them. This was 1946, about June, July, and they appealed to the court, and the court dragged it to another few months. And October 16, if I'm correct, this was the time that they decided to hang them. And it's reached time. Night before, a guy by name Gering committed suicide in his cell and left 10 guys to be hanged, and one after one was hanging. And by the way, this ceremony, this event was recording, broadcasting all over the world, and a journalist was what you call witnesses over there to the process. And one after one, they ask what you want to say, whatever, nobody regret what they did. Everybody salute is the famous salute of Hayil Imach Shmo. And the last guy, Streicher, just as they put the rope around his neck, and he started scream in Germany, Purim Festival 1946. Do you imagine what is this? A German guy doesn't nothing to do with Jewish. There's something that come to him, and this day, and a screaming Purim holiday 1946. He said in German, everybody was stunned. Nobody understood. What are you talking about? What is it? And they asked okay, everybody was amazed and don't understand what is meant about it. Hang them, boom, and finish. And they now coming to ask the rabbi, what is it? And the rabbi said, this is exactly what is written in the book of Esther. The small three letters are Taf, Shin, Zain. This is the Hebrew date that was exactly what the Rosh Hashanah, the New Year by the Jewish, is starting about October, depends September, October, and this was before the Tafshin Vav, and this year, the year that they push it, to all this appeal and stuff. This it become to Tafshin Zain, and the big letter was Vav, and this is symbolized basically the sixth millennium, and this is what we are standing. This is what happened, and not only this. The day that was ending, it's called Hoshana Rabbah, the day of the Goyim, the non-Jewish judgment day, that God judge these people, the Goyim. And it's written in the Gemara, written in the Mishnot, and this is amazingly to see this kind of stuff. Besides this, I would say the cherry of the cake, on the top of the cake, is like that we know that Aman, this guy that the evil minister, who had a girl, a daughter, and the daughter basically, when she saw the humiliation of her father, she jumped from the roof and committed suicide. And the guy that committed suicide was well known as basically transgender. And I tell you, for me was the point of see how holy and how truthful this Torah Kedusha, and how this, and I was so proud, and I'm proud to be part of this nation that we accept this Torah and see that God taking care of us. Then today after God open up my eyes and go and basically lead me to see the truth about about many things, and I'm saying that because I really, as a young boy, young man, I was very curious. My soul was really trying to find. I was by the Guru Maharaji. I was like, and I lived in an Arab village for times. I was with Christianity, and I couldn't find myself with all this, with all the respect. This beautiful certain every religious, I would say, every religion has a different, you know, positive point. But when you go into the root and you check what it's all about, and you see that it's basically is based on nothing, really based on nothing. Either the two religions based on the Judaism, and we know that Christianity basically based on a Jewish person. JC, he was a Jew, not only Jews, he was very religious Jew, very firm. He was like so anti-corruption. He was anti-person, but he never thought to create a new religious. This wasn't in his mind. He wouldn't. He said, "Don't change a word, a letter from the Torah Kedusha." Only 200 years after his death, he basically become like a legend and become like a new religious. And you can check it. You check in history. And the Muhammad, you're talking about again a guy that went to the desert, was very, in a certain way, he was like really, I don't know, a power control freak. And he basically tried to. He said that he met the angel Gabriel and they get there, and that who knows, under what kind of things he was and influence he was. And he tried to basically, as the story said, that the Jewish person wrote his Quran. And I know that the people that understand Arabic said that in the end, it's written in a code, not truth. And this is people that know Arabic know this. So they wrote it over there in a code, not truth, lo emet. And anyway, so when I see that what is all about, when people go talking about religious and love and peaceful, and you see that this religious, especially these two religious, was murderer and killed millions of people by the name God, by the name of the God, by the name of God. The Christians say the Holy Spirit, and the Muslims say by Allah, and everybody just get excused to murder other people, and we just facing it every single time, and unfortunately, and it's things that really I just. As I said, when I discovered this, again, we're going back to I discovered this, I said it's unbelievable. This is really something that nobody can create it. Nobody, and then you start looking about, the Bible code, you look at other stuff, the science and the Torah and science, and you can see it. Torah and science, unbelievable. I would say video that we created together with Rabbi Yossi Mizrahi created with us here in our studios. And you can see it in divineinformation.com and Torah and Science YouTube. We are really hundreds of thousands of people watch it, and I know that from personally that at least 40-50,000 people, Jewish and non-Jewish, basically become Jewish or get influence from this movie. And it's amazing. It's really worth to watch it. Torah and Science, Torah Umada, and this is like really give you all 3 hours of beautiful, impressing video that Rabbi Yossi Mizrahi put together. And we, Baruch Hashem, we was part of this. We had the zchut to be part of this here, J-Root Radio and Idabut. Okay, so we'll go now to the segment of the Torah that with this Kitzaveh, and basically is last week we're talking about the structure of the temple. Today we're talking more the textile and the uniform, the high priest and all this stuff. That's amazing again to see what a different nation we are. People that follow the history of the human race and humankind. You see how they dressed, and I'm telling you, in the university, when you learn design onto stuff like this, you can see that I would say the development of clothing, development of wearing it, and you see the Egyptian, the Roman, the Greek, all this stuff, and you see that what is what is all about. You see the drawing, and you see about this clothing, and you see it's nothing compared to the Jewish nation. The Jewish nation is not compared to other nations. And this is something that's amazing to see again, and at the time and the place, time that most of the people in in Israel regime, the in Israel area was like barely wearing something, maybe like a piece of clothes, and you can see today, as you want to see to be more fashion, as a smaller clothes is better. And the Jewish ladies, the Jewish men was dressing properly, dressing like a fully amount, cover the right places, and be tzanua. And it's not coincidence. It's like this is what the obligation. We are not animals. We are basically as a different purpose in life. And the high priest had 8 different clothing, and each part of clothes is basically symbolized a different characteristic of our neshama, our soul, and our this. Like the underwear is basically symbolized the relationship between man and woman, between the upper, we symbolize the wrong thinking, and this is basically mechaper. The Kohen Gadol, when he used to go wear them, it was to be like mechaper on our sins on this, and this is something that's amazing to see the Zohar talking about levush, the malbush, when God created Adam and Eve, they had a special, unique kind of levush, kind of a cover-up. And when they sin, basically this cover-up disappear, and the light, they become a really regular skin, and they put what the first thing they did, they put like cover there up with leaves, and later God basically create them a special leather coat, leather stuff. So it's the instruction of God that basically that telling us, human, you are not animals. You have a different kind of thinking. You can behave like animals, and that's what happened to us today. We are a generation of the I generation. What is taking down us is taking us the materialistic, and we instead go to the spiritual. Basically, the materialistic taking us down, and down, and basically we become like like animals, not a human. Unfortunately, if you take a picture from 100 years ago, see how the people used to dress, and to look now, and you see it's amazing to see. You cannot realize that this is we become like in a certain way animal, and our relationship become like the animals. Is no more is restriction, no more fences between the relationship between anyone. And the sad story is like all this kind of now there's stupid stuff about the gender, that you cannot say he, she, whom, all this kind of stuff. It's really, and people think that it's really that, and these people saying that they believe in science, they believe in X, Y, Y. Where is it? Where is the science telling us that when you see the part of a lady and part of a man, and you don't, you declare this is other, you see a person, tall person, you say this is a midget, you can see the person that has a chest, and you say this is a man, and you want to give. And now, and I saw this creature that called himself a green, and with all the respect to this doctor, pediatric doctor, he was I don't know what kind of a creature he is, and he claimed that he want to give every opportunity, and this I don't know how to call him. This so-called President of United States. This guy signed an order that a man can be in a lady teams, and this something very very wrong. I think that we know that God basically taking the ideas from he controlled. God controlled those peoples, and when you see them, and you wonder how these people can go more further with their ideas. Where is your others? And as a Jewish person, I look at this and I said, it's amazing to see how God is adding the art, and basically take from them the smartness, take them from the knowledge, notel chokhmah, taking out the wisdom from them, and just put them as not like I'm telling you, I look at this. I said, how these people consider themselves smart, wisdom? How these people I can look and see what with black and white. What is I can use the term black and white anymore because it's insulting to some people. And as I said, but this is it's amazing. It's amazing to see it. And I with my feeling and what is this exactly, I see that they push the lack, I would say, and they push the American people, they push all this wisdom to the corner until it will come and reach a point that nobody can stand it, and just kick up and working against everything. This is not smart politicians. This is really stupid. And you hear these people that call smart politicians. Yeah, maybe they're smart politicians. They stay in their chair. They got the benefit, but they put everything in jeopardy, and killing, basically destroyed everything that was built by the humankind. I know that I spoke about it, and this is like things that they're going to think that they're going to continue with this. No way. God wouldn't let it go, and He already sending us quite a few messages on this. And the bigger messages, as we spoke many times, is the coronavirus. You cannot touch this. And the Silicon Valley, if you want to hear about it, I spoke about it a few times. Silicon Valley is really symbolized the Babylon Tower, and that built it in a Silicon Valley in Babylonian. But again, we're going to continue with the address of the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. It's amazing to see that what we're learning from this, that he has a bells under the coat, basically a row of bells, Ma'amon and Rimon, and a pomegranate under his coat. And why is it? Because when you go to inside the Holy of Holiest, the room over there that basically go facing one times a year in Yom Kippur, you have to announce that you're coming, and that's what I said. What is it? Why you have to announce it? His God doesn't know that he's coming. And, why? They come to teach us. yeah, a manner. Teach us a message. Doesn't matter who are you and what you're doing. You have to come and announce, knock on the door. Even you come to your house. And especially I'm talking about education, kid education. You come to the room, knock the door before. Announce that you're coming. You come to the room, don't touch the private stuff. Don't be a guy that that coming and take a look on your private children stuff. You want to ask them that what you're doing, how you doing. You talk to his daughter, with your son. Knock the door. You cannot go inside just boom. And even the house, to your house, you're coming home, you announce, knock on the door. It's very, very important. Don't break this territory to the people, and don't people, especially with giving your kids kind of manner, respect. Today we are in a generation that we don't have any respect. We don't have any respect, you see? And why? Because we stop respect. No, and Masechet Avot, they said, Ezu המכובד המכבד את הבריות. Who is the guy that has respect? The guy that respect other. And we don't see it today. That there is the culture of kind of the media that we don't have any respect to nobody. The I generation, it's only me. It's only me that I am talking about. I am the center of the universe. I am. And that's the issue here. And I want to continue about it, that when this high priest come, Aaron Cohen come to inauguration, when he come to do his job, before he come in this, Moshe took a oil and put it on his head and pour it on his head and basically pour it in the clothing, and then take later blood and spritz the blood on this beautiful, gorgeous uniform with gold and different, I kind of spritz on that, And why is it? What imagine yourself now. This I don't know about this president here, but imagine as you're standing in front of the inauguration, somebody come to you and spritzes your blood and oil on your Gucci Mucci suit or Pierre Cardin or Christian Dior, whatever, just famous designer suit that cost 15, 10, $20,000 each one. They will kill you. And this is, the high priest, the guy that was talking with God direct, has all the information, all the communication between us and God. He was like smeared with this stuff. And our sages tell us basically, and why you put on the head is basically to, I don't know, humiliate, but to give him the portion of humiliation, this portion of humbleness, to be humble, that somebody is above you. Somebody is, you are just a messenger. Hear this, and you think you can stay in a podest and Olympics and you do whatever you want and they give some command to the other people. No, I'm sorry to tell you. You have to dare to yourself. You have to be involved up to the last detail down in the earth. You are the messenger, right? But you have to understand that you, in order to be a right messenger, to humble yourself, to feel nothing, and working with the people around, because this is important. And we are just on this, we see it from our leaders, and I want to compare the Jewish leaders to non-Jewish leaders, and you see it's amazing. It's really amazing. It's 180 degrees difference when you see our Chachamim, our sages, how they live, where they live, what they need, what they have. Nothing. Basically, you can go to apartment or small apartment, and I tell you, I was in a few urban houses. Nothing. Barely bed, a lot of books, yes. Some people don't even, this mattress and furniture, almost nobody has a furniture, basic furniture. And he said, why? This rabbi, this. And it's reminded the story about the Chafetz Chaim. He come and basically some rich men come to his house. So we don't have furniture. What is this? So the Chafetz Chaim asked him, tell me, when you come to visit me, did you, what you have? He said, I have a suitcase with a few clothing. So I said, and what you have in your house? Oh, I have a huge house. I have a sofa and all this kitchen, all this millions dollars chandeliers and all this marble granite floors and all this stuff. I said, he told him, when we are a passenger, we don't take this all together, and we are here only passengers. And when we go to the other place, across it, after 120 years, we will face these palaces. Here we are only passengers. We don't need all this stuff. And I know that we all fall in this. We all want comfortable. We want to be with a more warm house. We want to be with a good windows. We want to be with a good sofa. We want to be with kitchen, easy kitchen. With 500 microwaves and 300 stoves. Parv and parv for Pesach, parv for regular meat for Pesach, meat for regular. One fridge for this and one fridge for this and all this stuff. Yes, it's easy, right? But the question like this: what we're teaching our children, what we're teaching our next generation to be. And this is the point here, and this parasha, and this segment of the Torah, coming teach us, whatever level you are, you have to participate up to the details and to be part of this. You have to dirty your hand, as you call it. Come inside, help, working about this. See what you can do. And I'm just, a small man that really trying to do the best. And this is something that this segment of the Torah teach me a lot, to participate with our Jewish life. Helping other people, trying to help other people, and working hard to maintain this organization, this idea of J-Root Radio, the Jewish roots, and helping other. Try to convince, to show, I don't know, not to convince, try to show the Jewish, the real Yiddishkeit lifestyle. Because a Jewish, as we say always, it's not a religious. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. You cannot cheat on this. You try, it's not working. If you are really truth seeker, people, okay, it's comfortable, it's easy for me, I stay like this, I'm going to the community, I'm praying, I put my tefillin, I put this, but if you are really truth seeker, and want to know what it's all about it, how it's working, you are just search it and go to the Jewish way of life. We have detailed books, and one of the famous one is Shulchan Aruch, give you a detailed way of life since the morning up to the night, and repeat it every day. It's you get up, wash your hand, wash your face, say Modeh. All this stuff is written, how you go to sleep, how you put your Jewish shoes, how you put the clothing, right hand, left hand, shoes, right shoes, left shoes, tie this left, go back to the right. All this stuff that seems like us details, but this is the way of life. This is the understanding what is all about to be a Jewish. I want to say something very strange that happened to me this Shabbat, and I know that my children, and I'm really curious to know if this is the case, if somebody knows the reason. I would love to get some feedback about it. My son, my twin boys are in Israel right now, and one of them is right now is going to come back for Pesach. and he's going to fly. His flight is supposed to be on Thursday, this week. And they called him and they canceled the flight and basically put it on Wednesday. Okay, so this is something that, and I come across the Shabbat. I come across a book that called Kava Yashar, and really randomly I open it and it's come and Siman Lamed Bet, and he's talking about days that has a lot of dinim, you know, a lot of the judgment day that basically it's like 12 days a year that it's unique days that they call it Yemei Yisurin, and the days that can be troubled, and the days that has permission to the Ain Hara, to the evil eye, to affect life, especially children, and we have to get it and very peaceful in this. And one of the days is Chaf B'Adar. And I tell you the truth, I couldn't resist. I jumped to the calendar to look when is Chaf B'Adar. Chaf B'Adar is Thursday, and I said, wow. And I know that now Elal, basically purchased by a religious Jew, from Jew. So I wonder if was his attention when he canceled this fly to the United States and make it earlier. And I tell you, I'm up. It's amazing. It's really, I don't know, a coincidence, but there's no coincidence in life. So I just was really surprised to see it. And by the way, in order to prevent any damage on these days, he said that you have the 11 psukim, starting with noon and finish with noon. This is good for against Ain Hara and all this bad stuff that happened. So you find it, I think, in any Sidurim, especially the Sephardim Sidurim in the Motzei Shabbat prayers. But I think that you can do it. And anyway, we are right now almost over time, and I wish you to everyone a great week, and people that still in Yerushalayim, Chag Sameach. And we are basically starting the process to Mekablim, to accept Rosh Chodesh Nisan and Pesach, the time that we Gula starting up, and Be'ezrat Hashem will be B'Tmaser B'Sor Tovot. We keep our programs after this, and let's see what we are basically going now to hear now, and we finish our program right now. And where is it? I don't know. Okay, let me see. Okay, you know what? Ari Goldberg, and have a good day.